Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Today we are going to talk about preposition of place and preposition of time. Uh, Last time, yesterday actually, I was teaching you preposition of place and I told you what is on and how to use on. But there was some technical problems. Sound was not clear and it was cutting and chirping. Right now, my sound is clear or not? Please tell me in the comment section. I'm checking it. If it is clear, then we can move ahead and go for the lecture. Yeah. Okay, I think sound is clear because last night I was checking all of the aspects like reconnecting and making tutorials and checking if the sound could come clearly or not. Right now, I have made a good presentation where you will inshallah understand things properly and it will definitely help you. Our today's class is on preposition, which is very important. And let's move on to the first page, which is importance of preposition. Now everybody knows about it. Everybody knows about it. Thank you, Mariam. Thank you. The sound is clear. Okay, thank you so much. Um, the importance of preposition is, everybody knows about it now. Every examination, everywhere you will find the uses of preposition in the exams, the correct uses, and all those things. So, wait a minute. Yeah, the importance is so clear. Take these examples. The first one is I'm having cake for breakfast. I'm having cake for breakfast, which is a wrong subject, not you know, which is wrong, totally wrong, unfair with the sentence, just because you have used the preposition for. For. The next one is I'm having cake with breakfast. Having cake with breakfast. Hmm? Again, now here you have with. The with is, telling you that you're having breakfast. Having breakfast. Having breakfast. Well, you're having cake with breakfast. So this shows and talks about the importance of preposition in sentence. And I have another example that is too good for you as well, which is that a person brought a knife on my leg. A person brought a knife on my leg. This was so simple. This was there wasn't anything wrong in this sentence. But another person came and said, like, my brother brought the knife in my leg. Now the meaning is totally changed. The person brought the knife in his leg, like he put it inside his leg, the knife. So this is all about uses of preposition. If you're not using it correctly, then you will definitely get into trouble and you won't be able to speak English properly, and your English won't be able to, you know fortunately, observe things properly. So this is very important for you to understand and make things properly in preposition. Okay, let's move on to the next page. We have preposition of places. Too much preposition of places. Now I have mentioned only um, 12 of all those uh, preposition of places. The first one is, okay, let me have the pen. Yeah, the first one is again preposition of place in. Next one is on, then under, then next, then behind, in front, against, between, above, below, far from, the box, and among. These are all, you can say, preposition of places. The main prepositional places here is on and in, and all the rest are not that much common, and all those are simple as well. Not they have one to two uses in their daily life, but in and on could have more than three to four uses in their daily life. And you can see that in means it is inside the box, inside the box, and on means it is over the box. It is in touch with the box, and it is on any surface. Under the box means it is totally covered by something, totally covered by something. And the next to the box is means that the box is just near to uh, uh, the ball. Behind the box means the ball is behind the box, means the observer, actually you're watching it, and you can say that the box is in front, and uh, the ball is behind it. And again, in front means it depends on the observer's eye contact, how the observer is observing things were there. It only depends on that person. And against means in touch or in contact with that box. And between the boxes is so simple. Above the box means above the box, not in contact but above. Below means below and above has the same usage, but below means down and above means up. Far from means in distance, and among the boxes means there are so many boxes, and it is in among, at the center of all those boxes. So this was kind of simple thing. Let's move on to the next one, which is preposition of time. We have mainly three preposition of times: at, in, and on. At, in, and on. I have shared some uses as well here. The first one is it. It is used for precise timing. Whenever you are talking about clock, and things related to clocks, you will definitely come up, and you will definitely use it before that things. For example, at 10:30 p.m. a.m., at 8 o'clock, at bedtime again, showing some time. There isn't any specific time, but bedtime means maybe at 9 p.m., or at 10 p.m., or at 11 p.m. And at breakfast means at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. And wait a minute. The next one is in. In is used for months, years, decades, centuries, and long periods of times. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about it in detail, but right now I'm just giving you an overview and summary of all those things. And next one is on. On is used for days and dates. I will come up with you in the very next thing. So these are preposition of times. Um, let's move on and talk about on first. I have mixed up the preposition of place and preposition of time in here, and this is my own note. Last time I was writing and all those things in my copy, so I came up with my own note that will definitely help you understand things better, because I tried my best to make it simple for me, for other students as well. Right now, I have, okay, let me use the pen. The pen is not working actually. The first use of on is to show if something is on any surface. First use of on is to show, uh, I'll be using this one. Mm, is to show something is on any surface. Last time I was talking about it, something is on the surface, then we'll definitely use on before it. For example, uh, Let me use the pen. The pen is on the table. The pen is on the table. Yeah, this is the table. This is the table. Wait a minute. This is the table. 1 minute, please. Uh, I'm just pausing the class for a second so that I could bring a brush. I could bring a pen to, note all those things here. Just give me 5 seconds and I'll be back. Wait a minute. Now the class is again resumed. Maybe let me check the comments if it is working correctly or not. You can ask your questions over there as well. I'm watching and I'm having an eagle's eye on your questions because I'm managing this session for you, and I won't let if you have any problem and I don't come with the solution for you. This was the surface. This is the surface, and this is the ball I was talking about. And this ball is in contact with the surface, and you can say it is on any surface, and this ball surface is one. Yeah, it's so simple. And sorry, okay, this pen is not working properly. uh, the next example is um, the computer is on the desk. Again, the desk has a surface where computer has been placed, so it again has the same thing that it is on the surface. The book is on the shelf. The book is on the shelf is again showing something that the book is again placed on the shelf. Now let's move on to the next one, which is related to times and preposition of times. The first one is uh, we can use on to show dates and days. To show dates and days. Yeah, this is the date and these are the days. Whenever you could find any, a day in a sentence and a days in a sentence. Before that, if you find someone using any other preposition, then it would be wrong because on is being used to talk about dates and days. For example, I'll be ready on Monday. I'll be ready on Monday. Monday is the name of a day. He will depart. Depart means he will go from here to somewhere else. From Skadu on Friday. On again, Friday is the again day. I was born on 6th October 2002. Actually, this is my birthday. Uh, the real one, I was sharing all those things real so that I could remember things properly. This is the date. This is the date, and these are the months. But you'll focus on the date first because dates are being placed in the beginning in the starting. If there wasn't any date, then you could use something else. But we have a date here. We have the date, and the date is helping us to talk about to use uh, on in a sentence. So let's move on and talk about and tell to show any device and machine. There could be any type of devices and machines uh, that are small enough that we could be able to carry things properly. For example, I was on the phone when someone called me. I was on the phone. On means I was using the smartphone. I was on the computer. I was on my calculator. I was on my headphone. All those things can relate it. Yeah, relate it, because these are all the things that are helping us to use on, and telling us that the on is used for any device and machine. I was on the phone. Yeah, I was on a device. Remove the phone and you can replace it with device. When someone called me, this is this is a Turkish series. I love it. I watch it with my family members. Kurulus Osman is my favorite on television. It's my favorite on television. If you remove the television, you can also place machine or device here. It could be TV or something. The third one is I'm making and learning on computer. I'm working and learning on computer. On computer is shown that computer is a device, machine, and I'm learning and working over there. The next one is I solved all questions on calculator. On calculator. Calculator is a device. I solved all questions on machines when I was in exam hall. Now you guys got the idea that you can easily use on before devices and machines. It will definitely help you. Let's move on and talk about the next one. Right now we have two more uses. The fourth one is we use on to show parts of our body, and there could be any part of our body, our leg, our hands, our hair, our face, any part of the body. There are so many parts: hand, leg, knee. There will be so many. If you're a biological student, then you should definitely know about it. uh, the first example is I feels too good when my friend when my I just remove the fiance and use mother. When my mother kissed me on my forehead. Forehead means the head, the uh, best part of your face. You can say I feels too good when my I remove this one. This was kind of I didn't thought that I have to share all these things with you. It feels too good when my friend or when my mother kissed me on my forehead, because of respect, because of love, something like that. So the forehead is a part of my body. So that's why we have come up with the preposition on in the sentence. Got it? Got it? Yeah. The next one is the hot tea fell on my leg. Again, leg is the part of the body, and again, on is being placed here. When I was in a short patloom or something like that, I'll put an engagement ring on her finger without any hesitation. Oh, this is just a joke and nothing else. Just a joke. I can do this. I can do, like, if there is someone I have to put the finger in hand on hand, I won't be able to do that because I don't have that much confidence. Okay, I'll put an engagement ring on. Why use on here? Because the finger is her part, her body part. Let's move on to the next one without consuming much time. To show state of something, to talk about someone's state. You must know about state, like condition, in what manner the person, the thing is in. For example, Harry Brook was on fire against Pakistan in first test match. Pakistan versus New Zealand, but Pakistan versus England test series, and Harry Brook went for 100, and he did it for just nothing, for just 60 to 80 balls. That at that time I was making the note, so this was in my mind, and I use his name. here to remember things. Yeah, this was the condition of the person. He was on fire. On fire means the person was playing too good. The person was playing too hard against Pakistan. So this shows the state. If you have any question, please put down in the comment section. I'm watching it. I was on fever. On fever. My condition was bad. I was not healthy. I was feeling unhealthy. Unhealthiness. Last night. Last night. Yeah. Apu Yusuf. He is a famous person here in our area. He got fame. He got people. He got respect on social media. But he's an old man. Old man. Abu Yusuf is on hike. Is on hike means he got fame. He got famous after his memes after his funny videos showing the condition of this person, that showing the state of the person, that the person got some fame, got some famous, got some followers on social media. Let's move on and talk about onto. We have come up with all the uses of on right now. Now you shouldn't have any problem talking and using on in a sentence. And onto is a kind of um, it is just related to on, but here you have to keep things in your mind that if you're using onto, then the first thing is you have to talk about a moving thing sets on a surface. There, when we were talking about on, there was something already placed on a surface, but here you have to place this ball from here to here on the surface, and now you have placed the ball here. Now you have made some moment. You have made some you just replaced and departed the ball from there to onto the surface. In this way you will say that you have to use on to simply. Let's check let's check it. The first sentence is, wait a minute. First sentence is place the pet onto the table. Pet means cat or dog or something like that. Onto the table. It could be possible that the pet is on the surface, is somewhere else, but I advised and ordered someone to take it from there and put it onto the table. So a moment is being involved here. So you will use on to, not on, even though it is being talking about the surface, but you have to use on to. Um, my my brother sharply, um, wait a minute, jumped onto the roof. Jumped, you can say jumped onto the roof sharply. My brother sharply jumped onto the roof. Roof is again a surface. Roof is again a surface. Roof is a surface, and this is my brother who jumped onto the surface and came over there. And he moved from somewhere to somewhere else. And the third example is being caught and steal by by the jinn, by the person actually. The next one is when we are fully aware. Fully aware. This is the thing that you have to keep in your mind. It is an advanced use of on to. When you're fully aware of something, then you can use on to rather than using I'm fully aware, I know everything. You can only use on to, for example. But it is kind of, it's mentioned that it is an informal usage and not that much formal, and most of the people don't know about it. So it's better not to use it with people from different countries, but you can definitely use it with native speakers. They will definitely understand you. For example, first sentence is she knew I was onto her mindset. She knew I was onto her mindset. It means that the onto means that I'm fully aware of her mindset. I'm fully aware. I know everything about her mindset. Yeah. uh, about her thinkings, how she thinks about me, and all those things. I was fully aware. The next one is he cut the call when he came to know that I was on to his planning. He cut the call. Maybe it could be a prank call, and the person was pranking with me, and I came to know that that is my friend and doing all those things. So just after I came on to his planning. The person, cut the call just because of that reason. Okay, let's move on to the next page. I'm about to sum up the class because I don't want to make it run more than our capacity, more than our capacity actually. mm, right now, uh, which one is it? um, yeah, upon. On to only had two uses. Right now we have upon here. Upon is very important. Again, you can find using some people using upon in a sentence, but we don't know why they are using it. But today we are going to talk about why they are using all those things, where it should be placed. So the first one is we can place immediately after doing something or something happens. If something is just happen immediately, we can use upon at that time. And you'll find people using it upon whenever something has happened to them right after. For example, I went to village immediately upon getting leave from the college. I went to village immediately right now, just after getting rid of college. Yeah, getting rid of college. Actually, leave. The next one is upon applying for Pak Army, I took a long breath. Upon applying for Pak Army, I took a long breath. All these sentences are being related to my uh, daily life, my way of living, and all these relating sentences are being placed. Whenever you are making sentences, please try to make a relevance, try to make it related to your daily life, your own life. That will help you keep remember all those things without any problem. The next, okay, let's use the pen so that it could be easier for you. mm, let's take the third example. I talked to a stranger upon upon talking to my best friend. I talked to a stranger just after, immediately after talking to my friend. Upon is used in place of immediately and just after. Got it? The next one is we can also use if something is about to happen. Is about to happen. If there is about to happen something, we can use upon. For example, birthday of um, Muhammad Ali Jinnah. You know about Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the founder of Pakistan, is almost upon us. Is almost upon us. You know, his what just happened. Am I audible to all of you? Please check. Something just happened, and I'm not sure if it is going well or not. So, a birthday of Mr. Muhammad Jinnah is almost upon us. Upon us means it is about to happen in just 1 and 2 days. The next example is my topic suggesting day is almost upon me. Upon me, my topic suggesting day. Um, this was again related to my life. My topic suggesting day is almost upon me. This is about to come to me. And the third one is for all the Muslims, Qiyamah is upon us. Yeah, it is about to happen, but we don't know about it. The third one is we can also use it instead of on to make it more formal. Uh, you know, better than on. Sometime it could be better whenever you're going to give an interview, and you say like. Uh, you when you have to use on over there, then it won't make any sense. The person will feel disrespect, and they won't consider you as a client, as a you know, they won't consider you and will consider someone else for you. For example, there are so many words, some specific words which can be used uh, with upon. For example, depend, congratulate, and experience. Depend. My whole future depends upon today. Whenever you're giving an interview somewhere and asking for person like why you're here, what's the main purpose, and what will happen, what is the importance of this day, then you will definitely, with respect, giving respect to the interviewer, you will say that my whole future depended upon today and depended upon your decision, my interviewer. So the person will definitely consider your words and the choice of the word you have made here. Instead, if you had used my whole future depends on today, today depends on today, uh, the person will feel disrespect because you didn't give him any type of respect and um, optional things, huh? So be careful. Whenever you want to give respect to something, you can replace on and use upon. I congratulated him on his success whenever you're talking about your friends and something. But maybe your uncle, your father got some success, your teacher, they got some no government job or something like that. You at the time you will use I congratulate you on your success, I congratulate you upon your success when you're talking about your father, your teacher, or any respected guy. Yeah, simply upon, to give respect. And experience is another word which will take upon in its sentence. Let's move on and talk about the last thing is when we have two nouns. Let me use the pen. When you have two nouns, second noun has more importance than the first one. When you want to put stress on the second noun in your sentence, you will use upon over there. You should have two subjects over there. You should have two nouns. For example, I worked hard day upon day. Day, both of the days are very important. Both of the days are noun. But when you use upon here, it means it means that it means that you're stressing and making the next day is next day a priority over the last day. You wanted to say that I work hard day and I work harder the next day, I work harder the very next day, and I work and it keeps going and all those things. So whenever you want to say this, you have to use upon. And the next thing is that I crossed I crossed mile upon mile to reach my college on my way, on my day, on my life, or something like that. I crossed upon mile, mile upon mile. You are stressing here. Mile upon mile. Hmm? Upon. The last use of upon is something come into moment, same as onto. Like last time we talked about onto. And onto when something came into moment and has been placed on a surface. Both onto and upon can be replaced and can be used alternatively for each other. But some words like walk and climb, we have to use onto over there. These are some, you can say, extra words that you have to keep in your mind. The first sentence is we were put upon earth, put upon earth for a purpose. Yeah, put upon earth. The God has some purpose in bringing us here. Upon is showing that, we have been put from somewhere else onto the land. Onto the land. So you're using upon here. Onto would be some awkward, like from where you have been placed here. So upon is better here. He fell upon the desk. He fell upon the desk. Upon the desk. It is also bringing some beautifying your sentence, and it feels better using upon than onto in this sentence. Now I have some exercise for you as well. One, two, three questions. Now it is for you. If you have taken the lesson, please make a screenshot and answer these questions just after the session. But actually, I should come and I should tell you, he is coming here days this Monday. This is the thing you have to focus. And his bedtime is coming now. Coming. Something is about to happen. Huh? Ambitious scheme or scheme, which is going to prompt tomorrow, present tomorrow. I was, when I was fully aware of something, I have to use some word, some preposition, and all those things. Yeah, this was all about today's class, and I hope you have enjoyed a lot. I hope you have learned a lot about preposition of now, on to, and last but not least, upon. These are things that we have talked in detail, gave you some examples and all those things in detail. Now, if you have any question or something like that, I'm ready to answer all those things. And the rest of the prepositions like to, from, at, and all the other prepositions will be covered in the very next class, inshallah. In today's class, I had some I didn't had an experience, so I just keep all these things simple, and I didn't make things broader than this. I can also share the notes with you in the class. Definitely you'll enjoy it. So thank you so much, guys, for being here. We'll definitely meet the very next day, and we'll enjoy learning in the class. Now everybody can join. All the students who couldn't join right now, they can take the lecture right after. It's a kind of pleasure for us to be here. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Uh, I feel proud to have you all here. Thank you. Thank you so much. And before going back, I want you to put the like button uh, in action, so that I could come to know that if you're liking, if you're learning, if you're loving the lecture or not. Otherwise, how can I come to know that you have understand the lecture? There isn't any source. Only the like button can help me understand. If you didn't like, just tell me what it was the problem. I can work on it. I can help you because I want to bring my best. So I won't try to bring some attitude and some uh, blue eyes in the sentence. So thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I'll definitely meet you the very next day in the class with another session on preposition. So for today, it is enough. It is totally enough for today. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.